Story of Saints. December 15th is the feast day of Saint Virginia Centurio Bracelli. Virginia was born in 1587 in Genoa, Italy to an aristocratic family. She desired to be a virgin her entire life but was betrothed against her will at the age of 15 to a similarly noble family. Her husband was a drinker and gambler and passed away 5 years later after she had given birth to 2 children. Realizing that God has called her to the secular life, Virginia dedicated the remainder of her life to taking care of her children, charitable works, and taking care of the sick and elderly. When both of her children were over the age of 18, Virginia founded a refuge center for the poor and hungry which was filled to the brim 5 years later during a plague and famine. Virginia rented a nearby vacant convent of Monte Calvario to house the influx of people. 5 years later, Virginia built a hospital which now houses over 300 patients. She went on to build 2 more villas and a church within the next 10 years, teaching other young women about religion and the skill of nursing the elderly before retiring to live a humble life of prayer. This did not last long, as shortly afterward, many more people became ill, and the women that Virginia trained did not have her talent to take care of the sick. Virginia went back to her secular duties in the hospital and teaching religious education until her death at the age of 64. Towards the end of her life, Virginia was presented with both images of heaven and hell. She had such violent attacks from demons that her neighbors would have to tie her to her bed. Virginia wanted to become a religious sister, but God called her to live a secular life to take care of her children and the sick. Even when she tried to return to living a humble life of prayer, God called her out of her retirement to take care of His people. God created us for a greater purpose, and sometimes we do not understand it, but let us imitate the life of Saint Virginia Centurio Bracelli, to say yes to God and learn to listen to His calling so that He may do wondrous work through us.